Hello everyone and welcome back to day 22 of our PolarParrotFish fry journey. It's such a joy to share these updates with you every single day. Yesterday in day 21, we observed how the fry were gaining confidence, they were venturing further away from the parents and even showing their first signs of tiny color hints. Today things are getting even more interesting because we are seeing the fry move from pure survival mode into social behavior. Yes, that means sticking together, forming groups, and sometimes competing with each other. Now, by day 22, the fry are noticeably larger. Many are almost double the size they were when they first became free swimming. Now, their fins are more defined and some are even showing faint shimmer under the light. But what's truly fascinating is their independence. Instead of clustering tightly around one parent like before, the fry now scatter around the tank. Some dart to the plants, others explore the corners, and even few cruise boldly into the open water. It's like watching kids leave the safety of their parents and go and play at the playground. And by doing this, they're testing boundaries, but still looking back to see if their parents are still there nearby. Now, one of the highlights of this stage is the social patterns. Now, earlier the fry moved almost like one organism, staying in a big cloud. But now we see mini-shoals forming, small groups of 5, 10 or 15 fry sticking together, sometimes even moving in unison. Now this is a natural behavior in cichlids, preparing them for the shoaling instinct many fish have in the wild. Now staying together provides safety, but it also creates opportunities for learning who is faster, stronger and braver. Now we see that some fry are natural leaders. They charge ahead and the rest follow. Others prefer hanging back, cautious and observant. Now this is the first glimpse of individual personality among the fry. But now with independence comes competition. And during feeding time, you can clearly see the bolder fry dart forward, grabbing food first, while the smaller or the slower ones, they remain behind and they wait for the other ones to finish. They then go towards the end. And in this way, occasionally we see that two fry will clash briefly, bumping into each other or chasing a morsel of food. Now don't worry, this is totally normal. A little rivalry actually helps them grow stronger. It teaches them to be quick, alert and resourceful. So just like in human families, siblings squabble, but those very moments shape their resilience and character. Now what we are seeing here is the beginning of social hierarchy. Some fry will always be dominant while others remain followers. Now the fry are developing personalities, they are changing roles and each day is a different day for them. But what about the parents? The parents are still keeping a close eye, but their role is definitely changing. So instead of hovering over every single fry, they now patrol the tank more like supervisors. So we see that if a fry strays too far, the parent might nudge it back or chase away anything that it feels is going to attack. And therefore the term that we would like to use here is an imaginary intruder. Okay, even if you put your hand in, it may think that it is an intruder, or even if there's the camera lens sometimes tends to frighten the parents, so they'll make sure that they'll gather everybody together in a huddle. Therefore we see that this behavior is very important in the wild. In the aquarium we may feel it's a bit foolish, but In the wild, it definitely makes sense because you don't know where your predator comes from. So any intruder can come unannounced. He won't send you a mail or text you before coming. So therefore you see that you need to be 100% alert, and that's their instinct, acting there. So they're acting by instinct, which is good. Now think of it like parents of teenagers. They don't hold their kids' hands anymore, but they keep watch from a distance, ready to step if needed. And that is exactly what these two parents are doing here. They allow the fry to roam around, they allow them their own independence, but they are also making sure that these fry are protected. So this stage is important because the fry are balancing freedom with safety. They are learning how to manage on their own while still relying on the protective umbrella of their parents. Now at day 22, the differences between the fry are becoming very visible. Some are larger with stronger fins and faster swimming patterns, while others are still small, almost half the size of their siblings. You may even notice faint patches of color beginning to appear, little glimmers that will eventually develop into vibrant shades of polar parrotfish. And now the size difference is also tied to competition. The fry who get more food grow faster. That's why aquarists often increase feeding at this stage, ensuring that even the weaker ones get a fair share. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you don't, over pollute, or you don't kind of overfeed them. So that could also pollute the water. Now let's talk a little bit about environment and care tips, because by day 22, the environment plays a major role. With fry spreading out, space is important. So a clean, well oxygenated tank ensures healthy growth and it reduces stress. And therefore good feeding balance is also very important. So too little food and the smaller fry may get left behind. Too much food and the water quality will suffer. And therefore a careful balance keeps both the fry and the parents happy. Adding gentle hiding spots like small caves gives the shy fry a safe place to retreat when competition gets tough. So day 22 is a turning point. We are not just watching fragile fry survive. We are seeing them develop personalities, compete, socialize and grow. They are like school kids learning both teamwork and rivalry at the same time. And it's such a privilege to watch this transformation unfold day by day. Tomorrow, in day 23, we'll continue tracking their growth and focus on how their early color patterns start becoming more distinct. Therefore, thank you for joining me for this update today. Don't forget to like, comment and share your thoughts, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel so that you will be able to follow their growth even more closely. And do let me know your thoughts, whether you think rivalry makes fry stronger or does it in a way stunt their growth. So I'd love to hear your views. So then see you tomorrow for another new update on our polar parrotfish. Till then, happy fish keeping.